Hi, this is Jason, and this is my daily vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. Evening, folks. It's Wednesday evening. Been a quiet day today. Well, quiet for me anyway. I've been doing surveys and some writing. Quite a lot of surveys, actually. We did have a visitor today. Next door neighbour's mum, Janet, popped in for an hour or so. Well, about 3 hours altogether when we had a few bevies and started talking. Not bevies alcoholic, I meant bevies as in cups of tea. She popped over because it's Deb's birthday on Sunday and she bought her a present and a card, bless her. Deb did have a nice surprise today. She had a phone call off her brother. She hasn't spoken to her brother for quite some time now, so it was nice to have a catch up with him as well. He seems to be doing okay. It must have got a bit much for me because I've gone ages without needing sleep in the afternoon unless I'm really tired. But when Janet went, within about an hour, I had something to eat for my lunch, stroke tea, and then I've been upstairs since 5:30. I got up at 7 o'clock. I was really, really tired. It just drains me. It drains me these days. No real idea why, but it just drains me. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a review of two films. Now, the first one is the Bushwick film, and I will put that up in a minute. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in a separate section because it's got spoilers in it. And if you don't want to hear the spoilers, don't listen to the review, okay? Right, this is a review for a film called Bushwick, and it stars the brilliant Dave Bautista and Brittany Snow. Now, I started watching it the night before, and I finished watching it last night. And I have to say, it's probably one of the worst pile of cobblers I've seen in my life. And I will tell you why, for one. This is where the spoilers. It basically starts off with a woman getting off a subway train with a fella. And, well, a young girl getting off a subway train with a fella. She's coming home from school holidays to stay at her nan's and her sister's or whatever. And as you get off the train, there's nobody in the train station, the subway, underground, whatever. It's set in, like, say, in America. So, yeah. They start looking around and nothing happens. Then a man comes running downstairs on fire. Right? This is how the film starts. And then he disappears and burns to death. Obviously, because that's off screen. They're then walking up the steps to go outside when they can hear shooting and explosions. So the lad, being big brave lad, says, "Don't worry, you stay here, I'll go find out what's happening." He's up there about 3 seconds before we hear this massive explosion. He then comes floating down the stairs like a crispy critter. Literally, burnt to a crisp. She then steps outside and there's men firing machine guns dressed all in black at people and rifles and all sorts of stuff. And she's dodging all the bullets. There's a sniper on the roof who manages to miss her with every single shot. And she manages to avoid being raped by two black guys by basically hiding in this like a basement thing, which turns out to be where Dave Bautista lives. Dave Bautista is a janitor who's an ex-war vet who doesn't handle killing very well. He ended up being a medic and whatever, right? The story basically is that they've got to try and find their way to this extraction point because, this is the stupid part, the killing force in it are a group of states in America, right? States in America that have taken it upon themselves to create their own army and take over the rest of America, one state at a time. Right, there's about 9 states involved, and they're all created an army, and they basically take it over states one at a time. The weakest first, they think. They were told not to hurt anybody, but they didn't realise that the people would fight back. Anyway, these people have fought back, so it's a case now of shoot on sight and kill. So they basically kill everybody that moves. Now, the stupid thing about it is, the story made no sense. The acting was diabolical, the characters were completely over the top, and you didn't feel any sympathy for anybody whatsoever. Right? This is the major spoiler alert. Dave Bautista is one of the main characters. He dies 10 minutes from the end of the film. Brittany Snow is the only other main character in the film. She dies at the end of the film. Without escaping. The entire film made no sense whatsoever. And I would only give it 2 out of 10. And that's only because Dave Bautista's in it. And I like Dave Bautista. But it is I think it's absolute garbage. Maybe it's just my opinion, but I think it is absolute garbage. And I would not give it floor space. If it was in Poundland, it's overpriced. I just thought it was absolutely terrible. I really did. It was an hour and a half of my life I can't get back. Now, the next film is a film called Dark, D-A-R-C, and it stars Tony Sienna and Armand Assante. Now, I've just looked on IMDb, and it's only got 5.8, and the guy reckons it was wet, so it wasn't very good. I actually thought it was very good. It's a clever story. It's, again, a bit of a spoiler alert, but not much you want. Basically, the gist of it is a young boy who witnessed his mother's murder years before in Japan gets recruited by an Interpol agent years later to infiltrate the Yakuza and get his daughter back who's been kidnapped. And they're holding her basically to blackmail the Interpol agent. The fighting scenes are quite rough in places, really rough in places. And the realism is, not everybody survives. What I like about it is it doesn't, see too many action films these days. Big American hero comes along, saves the day, and it's all tickety-boo and champagne and roses, right? This film isn't like that. This film is totally different than that. You don't know who's going to win, who's going to live, and who's going to not live. It is one of them films, and I thought it was really, really good. The fighting scenes are a bit over the top, but they're good. The characters are completely wacky. Most of them are high on cocaine or heroin or whatever it is, so they're completely spaced out most of the time. The idea of the Yakuza in America, that really appealed to me, because I thought, well, yeah, because they're bound to be, in the richest nations, aren't they? So they're going to be somewhere around there. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had to give that 6 or 7 out of 10. This guy only gave it 2 stars or something, but I actually would give it 6 or 7 out of 10. I thought it was really, really good. I've never heard of the acting guy, Tony Sienna. I've never heard of him in my life, but I've heard of Armand Assante. He's a fantastic guy, brilliant actor. And again, he's in one of my favourite ever things, which was the Michael Caine version of Jack the Ripper. He was in that, and he played a good part in that. He plays a good part in this. Some of the acting might be a little bit OTT, but it's a really, really good film, and I enjoyed it. And I've just started watching a third one, which I'll do a review of tomorrow, and it's called Bad Day for the Cut. I don't know why it's called that. I've not got a clue yet. But I won't do any more than that. I'll just do the review of that tomorrow, because that's what I'm enjoying doing. I'm enjoying doing my movie reviews as well. A couple of news stories stood out for me today. One in particular is very, very disturbing. I think it's in Ireland, actually. A man was accused of raping a 17-year-old girl. And during the trial, obviously you have to have evidence, sort of evidence and everything. But what amazes me is that at one point, they actually said that the victim's underwear had to be taken into consideration, as it was black thong that was lacy up front. Because that means what? That she went out to have sex with somebody? What? Their underwear matters, does it? Have I missed something? Anyway, he nearly got off with the case. He nearly got off with it. But he did get actually charged with rape. And some MPs have been protesting, and there's been a lot of protests online as well, and I can understand why. Just because somebody's wearing sexy underwear, it doesn't consent that they can be raped or that you can have sex with them. Where does it say that? It doesn't say when you're buying lingerie, only buy this underwear if you're trying to seduce somebody. Don't wear it if you're comfortable in it. You can't wear it for that. It doesn't matter. And don't wear it if you feel good in it. You only wear it if you want some bloke to take advantage of it. If you do, then wear this underwear. Absolute load of bollocks. I've never heard nothing so stupid in my life. Told you the world is going absolutely mental. We're coming up with excuse after excuse. It's the bloke who did the raping. The woman wearing underwear has got nothing to do with it. I give up. I think it's absolutely stupid. Another story I've just read, which has amazed me, is that TK Maxx and Amazon retailers, according to this report here, have been found guilty of selling fur coats or fur slippers or fur whatever, making out that it's faux fur and it's actually real fur. Now you think about all those people who are really against fur, and I'm one of them. I won't wear anything that's, genuine fur or anything like that, and my wife won't either. She's animals all the way, mate. So you imagine if she bought something that was faux fur, or you bought something that was faux fur, and then you found out that you'd been wearing real fur. How horrified would you be at that? I mean, there was a time when it was back to front, where people would say that real fur, charge a fortune for it, and it was really faux fur, and there'd be people making money. But these days, it's more of an outrage to sell real fur, because nobody bloody wants to wear it. really. Those who care about animals don't want to wear it. Simple as. Yeah, there's quite a lot been happening today. I've just also been read that apparently Tom Cruise is being replaced as Jack Reacher in the films. And the reason being is the writer, which is Lee Child, has suddenly said that Tom Cruise has always really been too small to play the part. He's supposed to be taller than that Jack Reacher is. But when you've got a character in a book and you've got a character on film, you can change him around all you want. You know, you could have a 5'8" bloke, and then when you have an actor playing the part, you could have a 5'2" bloke. As long as he's good at playing the part, then what does it matter? And Tom Cruise, you know, no offense, he's been in some really drab films, but he's been in some crackers. He's been in some belting films. You know, the Mission Impossible films I love, because the action, I love the films, I love the storylines and all that sort of thing. I mean, I'm not a massive Tom Cruise fan, don't get me wrong, I don't watch everything he's ever been in. I think, what was the first thing I watched him in? Cover and Money? I can't remember. He played a pool player anyway, and I remember that was years ago. And he's still going now, so he must be doing something right for still get these, you know, these Hollywood offers and stuff. The only other thing is, you know, have you all sent the birthday cards? Has everybody sent a birthday card to Prince Philip, who happens to be 70 today? No? No? Sorry, Prince Philip, what am I talking about? Scrap that, I'm on drugs again. Prince Charles. Prince Charles is 70 today. I hope we all, you know, had a nice candlelit dinner for him and all that, and sent him lots of birthday presents and birthday cards, because I, being a patriot, didn't. Sorry, but nobody puts it on the internet when it's my birthday, so why should I be bothered if it's Prince Philip? Prince Charles. I can't forget with Prince Philip. I'm obsessed with Prince Philip and what's up with me. I was also reading earlier on about the what's it called? Brexit. The Brexit thing. And the doomsayers, of course, are still off, saying that, you know, we're not going to get anything out of it, the world's going to end, we're going to sink into oblivion, nobody's going to want to deal with the UK and all this, which is complete utter load of cobblers, I'm sorry. It's garbage, that is. I think it's the best thing we can do. I'm definitely leave it all the way, 100% leave. I can't see any point of staying in something where you're not appreciated, where you're basically used. If you were in a relationship where, you know, you were being abused every single day and you had all your money stolen off you and nothing in return, no offence, would you stay in it? You wouldn't, would you? Yeah, I think that's it for today. It's 20 to 8. I'm going to go finish off this other film I'm on about and maybe watch another one. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. And believe it or not, tomorrow I'm exactly halfway through me Movember. And at the moment, I think I've made £125. That's at the moment. So thank you to all those that have contributed, and especially to my sister Mandy down in Stoke. She's always my biggest fundraiser, and I think she's got £84 at the moment for me on the sponsor forms. So thank you, Mandy. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. If you're enjoying the videos I'm doing and you want to see more, you can subscribe by clicking the link there. And if you want to see my exciting day from yesterday, you can click up there. Thank you again for taking the time to watch my videos. Bye for now.